Our next guest has been gracing the airwaves with his presence for 4 decades. He's an early riser, marathon lover, doting dad, and he's mad about cars.
Well, Chris Evans is on a mission to raise a record-breaking amount of money for children's charities. He joins us now. He's had a really great morning, which we'll come to in just a second. First of all, what did you drive in today?
We drove in a 1965 Aston Martin DB5 convertible because we thought you wanted to drive on set, and this car hadn't moved for a year.
This is it here that we're looking at.
There you go, that's it. That's outside your studio now.
Beauty.
And I'm so grateful, even though we didn't drive in on it, because she hadn't moved for a year and she needed a bit of TLC yesterday.
Right.
So it's great, but it's great to get her going in the sunshine again.
Yes.
It's fantastic. But that car used to belong to Princess Margaret. This is so nerdy already, but they had a DB6 Volante and this is a DB5. But she had that car for ages. Peter Sellers bought it originally, and his name's still on the bill sheet. And then he gave it to Princess Margaret. There are theories as to why, but probably not best
going into.
No, fair enough.
Yeah.
We shall park that there.
Yeah. So that's obviously, we know you're a petrol head, and we know you love your cars. And what better way than to organise what's been said? I mean, I think it's been described as the biggest village fete in Britain, but it is so much more than that. And that's Carfest. It's been enormously successful, and you're running it again next year.
Yeah. So tickets went on sale this morning. Carfest.org is the website to go to, and it's brilliant. And it started. But the first one we ever did was in Richard and Judy's garden in Cornwall.
Really?
Yeah, it was. There's so many sort of cross connections.
How many cars can you get in their garden?
Well, we didn't get any in because we did it as a family festival, because I wanted to start this family festival. And so we tried it in their garden. They let us do it in their garden in Cornwall, 300 people, and it was brilliant.
Gosh.
But then we thought, for family festival, even though family festivals are great, they don't sound that exciting if they're called... We called it Family Fest. So we left it a while, and then we thought cars get people to things. So we created Carfest. But it is just a very big family fest.
And I mean, that's what I mean. It's not, if you're not into cars, don't worry about it, because there's live music, there's all sorts of things going on.
Cars I would say is about 20% of what goes on there.
Yeah.
You know, we've got 27 Michelin star chefs there. We've got Starfest. We've got 28 bands. You know, Roger Daltrey played last year. We have this super group every year, and already booked for our super group next year. So you have The Feeling and Sophie Ellis-Bextor, who are the back. You know, the back line, as they say. But then we have guest singers. So Rob Brydon does a set. And he's brilliant.
So brilliant.
And Tyson Fury's going to sing for us next year. And Sheridan Smith's going to sing for us next year. But, I mean, there are other bands. You know, we had Roger Daltrey playing this year, and we'll have other people playing next year.
And we mentioned at the beginning that you were... and this is... I think this is so important with all charities. We know that a lot of charities... for a rainy day, save money. They hold it back. Yeah. So what morning have you just had?
Well, we're not a charity, because we go around with the sort of big tin. We shake this massive tin called the Carfest tickets at this time every year, and then we start to dish it out. So for years it was with children in need because of my association with the BBC, and it was 100% to children in need. Now it's 50% of all our profit, and every penny of profit goes to charity. Kids' charities. So now it's 50% to those guys. It's 10% to Ellen MacArthur's sailing charity, which is awesome. You've got to have should do a feature on that. It's so good what she does with that. Kids who have cancer go sailing for 4 days, and they think they're alone, and then they meet other kids on the boat in a similar situation to theirs, and suddenly they're not alone anymore. And the therapy that it creates. And I bumped into them in the Solent, literally in a bus. What are you doing? They went, well, we do this, and so we got chatting. So she gets 10% of that. Then there's Starlight, which is amazing, set up by Emma Sams back in the 80s. She was on the show this morning talking about that. She's awesome, from Dynasty, you remember?
Yeah.
And then there's the Rainbow Trust, and there's Roger Daltrey's Teenage Cancer Trust. Then there's Who Cares Wins, which is the Sun's thing. But then within that, there's loads of little charities. But this morning, for the first time ever, we got all the charities in on the day that we get all next year's money, and we gave all last year's money away. And we gave all the cheques out this morning. We saw their smiling faces. It's not my money, we just collect it. But it was, I mean, you can see, you know, ear to ear. It's just the best.
But you made it happen.
No, I know
you look back and you sort of see, you know, to date, 16.5 million raised. I mean, that's no... I mean,
it's great, but it's
I know
not
you don't do it to make you feel good, but it's got to make you feel good.
I know, it makes me feel amazing.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's really selfish. But it is. It's the most selfish thing you can do, this kind of thing. But, you know, we have these 2 amazing weekends. One up north, Bosworth Castle, one down south, Laverstoke Park, Jodie Scheckter's farm. Last weekend in July up north, last weekend in August down south. And it's just brilliant. And I said, you know, if we raised £1, just £1, we gave all these families a great weekend, and some people earned a living, you know, serving food and drinks or whatever, that would be great. So £1 that didn't exist before is great, isn't it? And if you can make that into 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I know that you're involved with something, and so are you. Yeah. And so we had 40 grand left when I left Virgin Radio this morning. So we have saved 2 of those giant comedy charity checks for you're the patron of.
Together for Short Lives.
Okay.
Really?
So, yes. If you can put it to good use, which I'm sure you can.
Yes,
and you're involved.
There is a tiny children's hospice in Henley.
Right. Okay. Well, so if you want it, it's there.
Oh my gosh, that's
We've
amazing.
got the checks outside, and then we are penniless as of
my
last year's funds, and we
me.
start again today.
Oh,
That's
my
amazing.
God, thank you.
No, it's fine, but it's not my
You're
money.
right, we're meant to be giving you stuff.
No, it's fine.
Would you
Thank
like a cup of tea?
Thank you.
I've had a cappuccino. It's really nice, by the way.
You could, of course, the Carfest. You could run there. I mean, you don't need a card.
Well,
do
we
you?
have Runfest as well.
Yeah, of course.
We did. Yeah, we have 2 Runfests. We have Carfest, and we're starting this new this life lessons thing in February.
Yeah.
But I can do all this now because I love working at the BBC. Don't get me wrong; it was fantastic. Thank you for everything. I had a fantastic time, no complaints whatsoever. But you know, you move on and you can do all this other stuff. So we're doing all this.
And you are running, as I said.
I've been running.
Love your. Although you've messed yourself up a little bit.
Well, yeah, but long-term gain, short-term pay. Do you want to see? Do you want to look?
Oh, do we need... is it going to make my tummy go?
Ask the editor.
Oh, they'll always say yes. We're sitting here.
So what did you have done?
Take your trousers down.
Are you about to...
What sort of pants have you got on?
They're okay.
They're not teeny pants.
No, I don't have any teeny pants. Do you have teeny pants?
No, I don't have teeny pants.
So now we know what to get each other for Christmas.
Yeah, not teeny pants.
OK, do you want to... It's up to you.
Well,
I don't mind.
I mean, go for it. If
OK, no, so I had my varicose veins microwaved last Monday.
Right.
And then you have them taken out. And this is, the aftermath it's ongoing. Hang on.
Oh, gosh, that is quite brutal. Oh, my gosh.
So you get all these
Can you see this, where he is?
See all this? Goes on here.
Can you see? It's quite bruised, isn't it?
So they just... They laser them?
They used to laser, they now microwave, and they used to strip. But if you get them stripped out... Emma Thompson said, and she's had children, she said, up there with childbirth, having your veins stripped out.
Really?
But the thing is, what they found out is if you prune a bush... then it comes back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So if you prune your veins, they come back. But
Right.
if you microwave them, your body then thinks, hang on a minute, there's something dead inside. So your body then kills them off on your behalf and they don't come back. I don't know how to get my trousers.
I know. I was just sitting. Anyone who just tuned in...
You need a copy of the paper now.
Oh, my gosh, that's amazing.
Anyway, are we on?
Yeah.
I've got to ask you, just because it's extraordinary, how's your digital detox going? Is it the best thing you've ever done?
Yeah, no, so I gave up my phone on the 21st of Jan because, you know, why wouldn't you if you could? You know, I don't need one. I want more space, I want more time, I want more headspace. And honestly, I haven't looked back. And I still haven't met anybody else who's done it. And everybody says, well, I would, but I can't. Some people can't. Some people definitely can't. I know that. But I can, I did, and I can't really see why. I mean, an emergency number for your kids and for your family, you know, that's fine. And now that Motorola, you know, they brought back the Razor.
Unfortunately, we have got to take a commercial break. There's no way around it. Carfest North, 24th to the 26th of July in Cheshire. Carfest South, 28th to the 30th of August in Hampshire. The tickets go on sale today. Sorry about that.
Carfest.org.
We'll get
Please both come.
Thank you.
No, you're very welcome. And by the way, you should do this more often than...
Matching.
Yeah, I like that.
Thank you.
Amazing.